So, hello and welcome my friends. So we're just about to start a new live stream. It has been quite a long time. The only thing that I'm quickly going to do before starting is maybe actually disabling the sound on my second screen here. Otherwise you guys will hear me twice. Now the other thing I'm quickly going to do is to post a small Instagram story so that maybe one or two followers from Instagram might join us here. So that would be of course awesome. Yeah. So how are you guys doing? And welcome of course Julio, Boy, Diego. Welcome my friends. Okay, perfect. Now that's done. Story. Okay, brilliant. Now let's have a look why there's actually no sound. That's weird. Now there we go. Now we have some cool sound. Brilliant. Okay. So I guess we can now change this one into that. Now you guys should be able to see the KSP screen. Let's just wait 1 second until YouTube will catch. Exactly, perfect. Okay, brilliant. Thank you, Diego. I'm very good. Thank you very much. We have today nice weather, so I was earlier out for a ride, so that was beautiful. And yeah, so now it's a perfect time for a nice cool stream. And I actually thought about something. We're going to do something new. So this will actually be a series because I really want to do another career mode playthrough, but the Let's Play career mode series on my channel was really not going too well when I was doing it. So I decided let's combine live streams and the career mode into one category. So this way we'll have nice continuation, but still it's not that plain and boring as it was previously. So we're going to call that live stream. Okay, and we're going to pick a flag. We're going obviously to pick our nice profile picture here. And difficulty, we're going with moderate difficulty. Everything else, let's do advanced. Yeah, why not? That's fine. Yeah, just leave it at the regular moderate difficulty, and let's jump right into it, and let's go, yeah! The only question is, should we start a second recording to make a video highlight? No, probably not. Probably not. Okay, so, here we are, yay, in the KSC, at the completely level 1 KSC, tiny VAB, tiny SPH, tiny astronaut complex, useless R&D, but anyways, and we're pretty much broken with 15,000 funds. So, okay, good. Starting off, we're going to go with gather scientific data from Kerbin, of course, the very first vessel launch, of course, and obviously clicking on the wrong building. Brilliant. And I think to make this one actually interesting, interesting, a bit more entertaining, let's actually get some music rolling. Very slight background music, if I can find a good playlist. Give me just okay, wait, before we do that, let's just actually do first a nice craft here and launch it. So we take a nice command pod, we take 2 mystery ghosts, we don't have anything else, right? We only have a flea solid rocket motor. Well, yeah, that's it. Okay. Always check your staging, my friends, so don't have them in the same stage. And let's actually reduce the thrust, not the thrust, sorry, the solid fuel just to a tiny bit, because yeah, we don't need to fly that high. Oh yeah, don't need to fly that high. Yeah, okay, brilliant. Now it's a very long loading screen of all, even though we're just launching a tiny 3-part vessel. There we, and it's bugging. That's very bad. So let's revert flight to launch. I don't know if you actually realize that, but if you scroll in with the mouse, we're zooming out, and that's a bug that sometimes occurs. But anyways, crew report, check. Observe mystery, go, check. EVA, very good. We're going to do a EVA report, very good indeed. Take data, board, launch. Brilliant, now we're in flight. Now we're going to go for another crew report and our second mystery go and time warping. The goo jiggles and wobbles as the craft flies. And we're going to deploy a parachute, of course, otherwise we're going to die and that's not good. And let's see where we'll land. And now this is the perfect timing to go and have a look at some nice soft background music. There we go. Okay, now we're landing pretty close to the to the VAB. Let's have a look. First, we're going to EVA jab out again. He's going to do another EVA report from the VAB. I don't think a spacesuit was entirely necessary here. I don't think so either. But sometimes things need to be done. Let's go for another crew report and recover vessel. Brilliant, awesome, great, perfect. Okay. Let's have a look at this playlist, and very slightly like this. Tell me down in the comments whether this is already too loud, or if that's fine, or if you don't want to have any music at all. That's up to you, my friends. And I'm going to bookmark this playlist so that way I will know which one to smack down into the description below later on. But anyways, now into the R&D. We get basic rocketry out of the R&D and engineering 101's brilliant. Now we have 19 units of science point left, so we can go for survivability or stability. Let's go for survivability. This way we get a barometer, which also increases further our science gains. Brilliant. Let's have a look. Then we can take the RT-10 Hammersault rocket booster from launch site, since we're going to launch anyways. And anything else that might be interesting? Test LVT swivel at launch site. Let's go for this one as well. And here, and I think I'm really going to turn down the music a tiny bit, otherwise it's a bit too late for me personally, since I do want to hear myself. Otherwise I kind of lose control about whether I'm screaming or not, what the actual volume of me talking is. Okie dokie, so we need to check the fly and the swivel. And we should be able to have a decoupler, brilliant. So we're going to smack a decoupler. No, let's go for, give me this one, 2 barometers and 2 thermometers. And we're going to take 0 fuel, otherwise we're not going to do this contract here by testing it. Just with LVT, that's you. Okay, brilliant, let's go launch. I really hope this will be a speed run. Speedrunning might be not actually the correct way, but very, very, very fast type of thing. Let's quickly node test. Let's run test. Okay, check. Run test. Check. There we go. We're launching. I forgot to use the barometer. These ones. Anyways, who cares? We can fly back towards this side. That should be good. Actually, let's try not ditch it. Oh, jab. What you doing? Watch out. Okay, so we're going to run a barometer reading. Let's increase the time, and then that's a mystery go. Temperature reading. Whoa. That was me not paying attention. Shit. Well, usually I would go and revert, but this is a... that hurts a lot! God darn it, me being impatient. I can remember the very first time I did a career playthrough. Exactly the same thing happened, with one difference, and that being... we need to select now. Valentina, yeah, since we lost Chap. The difference was that it was from orbit, and we didn't have a decouple something like this, and then because of aerodynamic forces we were pointing at the other way around. Anyways, not important right now. Hello and welcome to the stream, Cheese Gretter. Hello and welcome. Hope you have a nice day. So let's have a look at the next one. You do have already good amount of money, so you don't need to do a lot of new things. Fly over curb and watch the altitude speed. I think that would make sense. Go for a high altitude flight, maybe. Yes, exactly. Let's go for a higher altitude flight, and then... wait, what happened to my internet? Can you guys still hear me? Yeah, okay, yes, seems to be working. Just my laptop here bitching around. Okay, so let's go for the coupler here. We take this, that's probably more than an overkill. Take you. No. Let's give me another 2 tanks. That should be fine. We don't have any else. Okay. It was just a parachute, right? That's the only thing we have. Exactly, parachute. Okay, let's go. Okay, brilliant. Let's... did I just... oh god, I'm such a douchebag. Let's just revert quickly. I pressed space 2 times instead of 1, so we ditched the capsule immediately. Luckily nothing happened, so yeah. Okay, now once only. Okay, running this, check. Running this, check. Now let's wait for this one. And let's just tip a tiny bit over so that we're not going to land on the launch pad itself again. Okay, altitude would be alright, but from the amount of fuel we have... okay, aerodynamically not very stable. Wait, what? Why is my... there we go. The player stopped. Okay, so let's have a look. We are too high already. Okay, aerodynamic forces without fins. Next time bring fins. Just want to get above the 28 kilometer mark to go into high. Let's have a look. Are we already above that? Yeah, we are already going to be like more than high enough. Then let's prepare our mystery goo here. And go, mystery goo check, crew report check, and come on, give me the barometer here. Oh, that's the one we already used. Then this one, log temperature. Right there, temperature readings, there we go, and log pressure readings from upper atmosphere. Save everything, and let's go down. You can already ditch this one here. Well, that might be not the best thing turning around with in Fizzle Time Warp. Okay. Yeah, surface going to fall down here, nice. Hello and welcome to the stream, Sergeant Matrix. Okay, we're just about to hit the speed threshold, and there we go, speed, altitude, and parachute test completed. Brilliant. Just gently falling down. So, come on. That's something I really hate, when you activate the parachute too early. Well, not too early, but just very high. There we go. So now I can do another observation. I'm going to jump out, do an EVA report, take out the crew report we had earlier, and do another crew report. Brilliant. And recover. Let's see, how long have we been going? 17 minutes according to the YouTube thingy. So 17 minutes, and now we're going to go for suborbital flight. General rocketry next. We've got another 40 points. Let's go for... Oh, we're short by 3 points. Okay. I do want to have this one, like the Science Junior. Some sideways tanks is also pretty useful. Yeah, so let's go for stability in that case, since we don't have anything else to do. And grab our next thing, escape the atmosphere. And test a radial decoupler at Kerbin. That gives us free 5,000 funds and 1 point of. Anything else that makes sense? No. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so that gives us some free money, some free points. That's brilliant. That's exactly what we're looking for, since we do want to increase our funding in the beginning, and then we can go and do some more interesting exploration. Okay, maybe auto-strutting. Note to myself, next time when we're in the thing, we have to activate advanced tweakables for auto-struts. Yay, auto-struts! Speaking of autos, well, not speaking of autos, me not forgetting something rather important, that's a heat shield. Thank you. However, we can drop the monoprop here, don't need that. Still have no new experiments, parachute still the same. The only thing we do want to have is the radial decoupler, since we're going to test one of them because of our contract, and the other one is just escaping the atmosphere. Going to take some winglets, however, since we realized last launch we do need some. Thrust to weight ratio is still high, so let's add another one of these. Good. Okay, good. And launch. Without further ado, lads, launch, my fellow friends. And hey, by the way, my fellow friends, in the last couple of days, the channel has grown by a nice amount of around 10 subscribers. That's really nice. So if you know somebody, just as a side note, if you know, there you go. If you know somebody who likes space and sci-fi content, and you haven't told them about the Spaceship YouTube channel, I'd really appreciate that, since that way we get more exposure and growing the community is something I'd really love to do. And with that, maybe they find some interesting guides and other useful tips for KSP in the meantime. Since, like the video from last Friday, if you guys can remember, the top 5 features for KSP that you should be using. Oh, it's a really nice video. Well, I think at least. And speaking of videos guides, this Friday, so the day after tomorrow, a new, very detailed guide actually will come out. So you guys should really stay tuned and look forward to that one. It's a really nice video. It's a bit different type of guide that we did up until now, but certainly something that's interesting. That's the map view. Speaking of map view, let's drop this one. Thank you. So the goal of this mission is only to get suborbital, so that's pretty much we already given with half, what is that, 1/4 of our fuel left, 1,000 meters per second, and already an apoapsis and a very not orbit oriented launch profile, since we're not going to get into orbit anyways. Don't have enough fuel for that. And now we have the upper axis of 70. In theory we could just coast, but let's just burn up all the fuel. Might as well, right? Let's just see how far we could get. There we go, brilliant. Let's just ditch the lower stage now, since it's empty anyways. And we're just about, come on, and we are in space, brilliant. Well, we're above the Cuban-Kármán line, so that means we can do mystery go. Crew report, don't annoy me, thank you. Crew report, log temperature readings and pressure readings and temperature readings. Perfect. Let's just time warp forwards. And let's go for 800, should be good. And the chute will deploy once we're slow and low enough. Oh, we're actually landing. No, that won't be land, we'll be splashing down in water. That's not a big deal, that's not bad. There's nothing bad about that. So let's have like log temperature while flying over Cuban's water. Wow, very interesting. Do we have a nice new pressure reading? No. I would really love to take another crew report, but there's no point. We can't even, since the crew report slot is already occupied by the in-space low above Cuban crew report. And splashdown. So now you can go for the second mystery goo and this thingy. Now you can take the data, by the way, take another EVA report of the water, another 3 signs, and give me the temperature data. So this way you can take another temperature reading and recover the vessel. And what's happening with the comment section? There's no comment at all since Sergeant Matrix. Come on guys, type something in the comments below. Make the stream feel more alive. And we got 57 signs, brilliant. Okay, brilliant, now we've got 90 in total. This way we can finally get the basic signs done here. So okay, we can use the Science Junior here. Next up, we don't have enough, just checking what would be next possibilities. Our next possibilities are already the ground science base. Nice. Flight controls, don't really need those just yet. Aviation, nah. Let's go for advanced rocketry. I mean, LV-909 Harrier, best engine. Let's jump into the contracts. Speaking of contracts, we have 200,000 funds to spend. No, we can't do this, or I don't want to do this kind of thing just yet. Testing radially mounted parachutes. No, we can totally do that. Okay, radially mounted parachutes and orbiting Cuban. Let's go for that. Great ride. Now it's time for Orbiter 1. Oh, one thing, I'm not quite sure where you get actually advanced tweakables. Haven't activated them in such a long time. So settings, like everything is there you go, advanced tweakables. Probably we have to actually unlock the struts prior to activating auto strut. I think that might actually be the reason. Yeah, probably. Anyway, so time for Orbiter 1. This is the upper part of it. We can totally leave it the way it is. Oh, yeah, I have a brilliant idea. I'm going to ditch the Science Junior and everything underneath here. What we're going to take is like this. No, that looks ridiculous. Let's just take the Science Junior as we usually do. Underneath the capsule, everything else will stay the same. Everything else stays the same. Where have we got some nice fuel tanks? There you go, big fuel tank. Well, big, that's relative, right? Let's take a nice LV909 Terrier engine. Sorry, that's the manual. Don't need that. Need the vacuum readings. So 2,000 meters per second. That's more than enough. Just now shooting this contraption into. We have a limitation of what is it? 18 tons. Okay. Let's make something under 18 tons. So we're now at 8 tons, 11 tons. And give me a lot. Swivel engine. 12 tons. That's good. Let's have a look. Well, that's too many. Can we fit? Now let's go for these ones like that and like this. Do we have enough for 2 hammers? Or will they be already too heavy? Yeah, that's already too heavy. Heavy! We could of course drop some solid fuel. Okay, the amount that we drop, we might as well take just a flea. There you go, let's take 2 fleas. 2 full fleas, wow, that's a lot. Let's give us a little bit less thrust, otherwise, you know, yeah, like 3, 2.7, that seems reasonable. 2 is also still really good. Let's go for 2 nice cones here, brilliant. And we want to use the radially mounted parachute. Right. Is that correct? Use radially mounted parachute, brilliant. Okay, let's call this one Orbiter 1. And with that, we don't have any action groups. Yes, okay, good. And go. Let's go for orbit. Half an hour after starting the stream. That's like 28 minutes into the game for orbit. So, just slightly tapping the D key just a tiny bit. But now we're going to detach these ones, throttle up to 100%, double check motor thrust to weight ratio 1.5, that's good. And we're already 2 kilometers up, brilliant. Let's actually go for a slightly inclined orbit, should we? Just a tiny bit. Okay. Let's start a gravity turn. 8 kilometers, passing through the cloud layer. With these fins that are not moving, it's really kind of not very responsive to commands. But that's good, it's very aerodynamically stable, so it's not going to flip, that's brilliant. So we're very late because I wanted to actually do a gradual one. But anyways, another big issue. I hope. No, that won't be an issue at all. So, our apoapsis says if we either go into the map view by my friends, we can see it here by 40 kilometers, or down here at 40 kilometers. That's brilliant. That's very good. And we're flying towards the moon, but not to the moon at least. Yet. Not yet. And we're out of fuel, so ditching stage, activating LV909 Terrier, and off we go. Now you can actually go for double time warp. And perhaps it's at 70, very good. Let's just coast towards the apoapsis. And the apoapsis is T-minus locked, since we don't have a tracking station upgrade yet. But still, 75k, that's good. And we can see Mimus rising there, brilliant. And here we are around apoapsis. Oh, we're already at apoapsis. I totally have the feeling that we are. So let's just accelerate horizontally. Maybe do some time warpy. Now we're dropping down again, so that's good. The nose actually goes up, or the horizon drops. And there we go, orbit. We are successfully in orbit. There you go. First, okay, that's just everything. And orbiting Kerbin, there we go. So we don't really have new science here, right? Yeah, I'm still going to collect this one, since we're going to get just a small amount, at least from the goo. But the most interesting, or the newest experiment, the material study from the Science Junior, 20 units of science, brilliant. And we got into orbit, that's good. Next up, we have 500 meters per second. I'm going to try something. Well, try meaning we want to go into a higher space biome. And that will be on the opposite side, of course. Apoapsis, here we are at 280 kilometers above Kerbin. And if we now take a reading from the mystery goo, we're in space high above Kerbin. Yeah, the goo feels right at home. And so do all the Kerbals, as long as they're in space. Crew report. Lock pressure. The instrument reads 0, as if we're in a vacuum. Who would have thought that? It's not like we're in space. Okay, measuring the temperature across the temperature of space appears to be quite impossible, as there is no matter around to be either hot or cold except the spacecraft and the thermometer itself. This is probably going to give the R&D guys something to think about. Yeah. Oh, you have to go. That's a big shame, Diego, but still thank you that you were around at least for the first half an hour. So have a very nice day and see you next time, or at least at the latest on Friday, where we're going to have a new Kerbal Space Program video out. So I really hope you're looking forward to it, and then enjoy the rest of your day, my friend. And with that, we're going down we go. Falling towards the blue marble here as the moon rises here, and we're going to go down over the desert. That's good, new biome. Let's just quickly turn around. Which way do we have to turn? This way, so that way we can fire our engines, deplete the remaining fuel we have, just to make sure that we really land in the desert, since we haven't landed in the desert yet. This we get new science. And now we just have to peek here for the altitude. Or maybe actually going to overshoot. I really hope we won't, but it seems we will. Whatever, not a big deal. And the mystery goo, the Science Junior really wants to burn up. That's luckily we're already dropping temperatures here, and 17,000. 10,000. Okay, speed is good. Just altitude, waiting for altitude. Come on. And there we go. Perfect. Contract completed. Another 20,000 funds and 3 science points. Brilliant. Let's have a look at this one. So we have 19 points of science. That's not a lot. And by the way, if we... well, 5 meters should be good enough. Anyways, let's check this in the heat shield. And where is it? It already splashed down. I got that. We need to catch it. Anyways, we have now 333,403 funds. That's very good. Starting to go into the green area here. That's okay. 19 signs, and now commonplace just fall down the last 150 meters pane. Let's have a look. at the YouTube statistic thingy. And no, there, and splashdown, brilliant. We already have like everything, I think. No, we have a new biome, shores, brilliant. Okay, so we're going to take another reading from shore. Oh, I forgot to take a crew report reading, didn't I? No, I did. I did. Very good, very good, very good. I'm so surprised that I actually did. EVA report, thank you. Boarding, and another crew report. Recovering. Yeah. Come on. Loading screen. Okay, we got 92 signs. Brilliant. We covered just 6,000 funds. That's a big deal. We don't really care, frankly speaking. And Valentina is now level 1. Brilliant. We have 100 science points. So let's go into the next. Let's go into the next what? That's a good question. Probes. Too early. I think, at least. Flight controls, definitely not necessary. Aviation, forget it. General construction. Cabins. Adapters, decouplers, structural fuselage, and a flag. Well, the flag would be the best. No, just kidding. Heavy rocketry. Oh, there we go. A poodle. Do we already have? No, we don't know. I mean, like the Bobcat, Skipper. Okay, the two SRBs here would be interesting. Propulsion systems, might SRBs, spark engine. Well, with these ones, my fellow friends, we can actually go and build a moonlander. And fuel systems, well, that's the fuel tanks and fuel ducts. That's a good question. Like, this is always a hard question. Either going for the small things. Do we already have an adapter? Oh, sorry for hitting the microphone. That's a no adapter. Well, that's an adapter, but not the one that we might want to use with the probe core we unlocked here. Where will we actually get the fly-by-wire system? Fly-by... No, maybe okay, even if I fly... Hey, there we go. And oh, I can see it. Okay, so you... Yes, fly-by-wire, there we go. Okay, that's still quite far away. It's definitely not going to bother with that, so let's just take the fuel systems and be done with it, right? Right? Yeah, let's go for fuel systems, be done with it. Next up, propulsion systems, and good. And we're done with that. Brilliant. Okay, so let's have a look at the next contract now. The next contract is the moon. The moon. But before we go to the moon, we want to go out and take some scientific readings with the Science Junior, since we only took low space. So we're going to fly around. Well, fly around. I wouldn't call it fly around. Let's have a look. We'll just take it and fly at this altitude, this speed, for 20,000. Yeah, why not? Let's do this. And definitely no service. I hate those missions. No. Definitely not. Definitely not. Okay, there's can't be bothered to do that. So in that case, the only thing we're going to do is to take this. What is that? Drogue shoot flying at Cuban, and that's it. That's like literally it. So we're going to 60,000. Okay, no. Don't need that big thing here. And we don't need this one. Don't need that one. We don't need a heat shield. We do need, however, don't need this one either. We're going to take a, there you go, like this thing, and 1, 2, 3. There we go. This should get us into ground, fly low, fly high. Okay, good. That's the goal. No, like you're not a craft. Not supposed to be, you know, a craft that makes sense. And now, since we already have valid for level 1, we're going to take Bob out. Don't need a lot of piloting skills for this contraption here, I hope. Oh yeah, I forgot the most important thing. Well, not most important, but just the thing why we're doing this. And that's this drag chute there. Okay, nothing happens there. That's a shame that nothing happening. Okay, let's go for first material-based study. Very good. And I think we have never done this one here. Exactly. And this one, perfect. Next up, we don't have SAS. Of course we don't have. My bad. And conduct this one. Great. And now just fly high. So the next goal is actually just to be around these parameters. Well, actually no, 28 kilometers. We do have a goal, 28 kilometers. Let's point a bit more out upwards. And we're really going north. Well, whatever. Doesn't matter. Just need an apoapsis of above 28 kilometers. We're now the 13-ish, 17-ish. Okay, now we can just leave it. 23, 27, 28, 29, 30, 40. We're going suborbital. We will go suborbital with that. Do we want to go suborbital? And you're thinking, do we want to go suborbital actually? It doesn't matter, does it? Biome landings doesn't matter either. And you can hear the sound, right? The music. That reminds me of my very first Elite Dangerous video, because that's the one I used to conduct science experiment. Brilliant. Do we get anything else from here? Yeah, well, one science point, why not? I think the thermometer gave us actually some data. Come on, give me the aim camera. There you go. Log temperature? No. Crew report? No. Well, in that case, collect all. Let's just time warp until we're out there. So and there we go, suborbital. Let's just time warp a bit more. Ditch this. Okay, the contract is completed. That's good. Let's have a look. 25 signs. That's why we don't need a heat shield. And now we can have a look at the data. Flying over grassland. Crew report. Flying over grassland. Brilliant. We don't get anything new right here. You don't get anything new either, right? No. Wait, Bob, you're a scientist. Let's take this one as well. We're actually falling faster than I expected. We do have, like, the only thing we actually added was just this thing in this seems to be heavier than I thought. Or heavier than it looks. 3, 2, 1, and touchdown. Brilliant. Okay, you can't do this one, so you jump out. You take EVA. Oh, we already have an EVA report. Really, you already have an EVA report. Collect all. Crew report. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, let's just do this anyways and go. I thought we didn't do one yet. Okay, but anyways, that's not that big of a deal, boy. Okay, another 50 science. Then we get something from the suborbital vessel. Yes, 1.2 science points. And you got 1 XP. Brilliant. On to the next day. Well, it does not count yet as a new day, but it's day 2 of the new spaceship space program. Bam, bam, bam. Now let's have a look. General construction or propulsion. Let's just get these two. Well, we can only do one of them, right? Either you, no. None of these is really important. Anyway, let's get this one done and have a look at contracts. If nothing else, we will go for the moon. And this will be probably the last mission for maybe the second last. Escape trajectory. No. That gives us quite a lot of money. Okay, what are you, my friends? You only give me 10,000 each for a suborbital trajectory. People are paying Virgin Galactic 250,000. So, I mean, guys, give me at least another 0, okay? Then we can talk about tourist missions. Fly by the moon, gather scientific data from the moon. Check. Let's go. Moon 1. I think we can actually let's give us a orbiter 1 here. There we go. Orbiter 1. We did not have enough fuel, I do know that, to go to the moon or do a moon flyby. We had around 500 meters per second of delta V in LKO. We had 500 meters per second of delta V in LKO. And our weight is limited by another 2 tons. So I say, oh, we do have external fuel ducts. If that's the case, no, that's a big. Let's see, we have another nothing. You're probably already going overboard. The amount of parts goes overboard. Where? Well, that's not a big deal. That's why we have this one. That seems very good. Okay, that goes overboard with parts. Let's go with a triplet here. No, that's Clippy. You Clippy as well. You Clippy as well. Okay. You triple. You're not working around. Yeah, we're too heavy with a triple. We don't need the parish. First of all, we don't need a. We only need one parachute. Now we can reduce on the ablator by a bit. We already have no monopropellant. Okay, good. Budgeting. I hate budgeting. Now we really do have to make this one just double symmetry. I just make it like this. It looks ridiculous, but whatever. With that we have no issues whatsoever. You still have. You don't have enough thrust to weight ratio. I see. Well, okay, so much so for these ones. We might as well, however, go for following. Now we get more bang for the buck with the liquid ones, right? Yeah. The idea would be, of course, smacking like. But that's. Or in other words, like this. That would work. But you get only like 1,200 meters per second of this guy. Well, you get 1,500 out of that. So. I guess in that case we go with triplet and triplet. Yeah, like this. That's the best, most solid way to do this. Just reduce here the thrust a bit. That should work out. Now we'll be close, but we should be able to manage this. Okay, good. We call you Moon Flyby. And we should take Val. Well, Val is there. Brilliant. Okay, save and go. Let's quickly press a button. Recording started. Brilliant. Oh, that's the wrong thingy. Okay. Let's go. Throttle a bit down and go. On to the moon. It's not there yet, but we will find it. Don't worry. Let's reduce our liquid fuel thrust. We don't need to use that thing. There we go. Now we can use it. And now you have a good thrust to weight ratio. Brilliant. So this time, however, we're going for a nice and efficient orbit around the equator. Not like we did previously where we went slightly inclined. Give me the maneuver thingy, and a maneuver just the orbital information thing tab. Like I said in my latest video from last Friday, latest KSP video, you should 5 stock features you should be using. That's one of them. That's really helpful. Otherwise, we'd have to jump back and forth to the map screen. So that's annoying. That's why this is very useful. 13 kilometers, 45-degree angle. Brilliant. Flying towards the sun. Wow. Brilliant. And the velocity vector is dropping slowly but surely. Approaching 1 hour mark. One hour mark. Just another 5 minutes. Okay, so our apophysis is right now at 35 degrees, just keeping at the upper hand of the velocity vector. Starting to get re-entering effects, not exactly the same as on the picture actually, on the thumbnail. Let's have, oh, and we're out of fuel, perfect. So I'm going to show you what I mean. Yes, there it is, there it is, there it is. There. Can you see the picture? There you go. You can see here on the picture at the rocket at the right, in the right hand side, has also, while flying out like during launch, it has a re-entry effect. So that's kind of funny. Anyways, ditching this stage, engaging our next stage. So that's perfect. Now continue burning. Okay, we have a good thrust weight ratio. That's not big of a deal. So yeah. Why is the music not playing? That's weird. Let's go. There we go. Now, of course, continue to burn here and time warpy and stop it since we are above 70 perhaps. And there we can see the small little dot, and that's actually for distant objects. Distant planets, what's it called? Distant object enhancement. That's the more way you can see the other bodies, even though they're like ridiculously far away. Really like that. So we're now just 72k, and igniting our engine again for a nice circularization burn. And let's wait a bit longer till we really add our perhapses. To raise our periapsis until we are above 70 there. You can see down here, and 70, there we go. Okay, now I'm going to quick save, since next thing we're going to do is going to the moon. But how can we get to the moon without a, without the, how's it called? Maneuver nodes, since we cannot do maneuver nodes yet, since our tracking station is level 1 and our mission control is level 1. That's not big of a deal, isn't it? Is it? You just hang here and time warp until you can see the moon rise, and we can see the moon. Brilliant, perfect. That was all planned. Like, literally, it was planned. And then you just point prograde, that's this marker here, and then you ignite your engines. And that's why we do actually a quick save, since I'm not we won't know exactly how we will encounter the moon, and our fuel reserves are very limited, so that's why I want to have a way of maybe redoing it, since you guys will see we're running out of fuel very fast. Have 100 meters per second left, and that's pretty much it. That's the only thing we will do. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think that, no, we shouldn't be doing this. We don't have enough fuel probably to deorbit ourselves after that. Let's think. We want to pass in front of the moon. Let's give it just a tiny nudge more. Okay, let's say we have 160. We burn until 116 for the time warp. And now let's see. There you can see the moon. And there, oh, stop it. That was too fast, bloody hell. It's a perfect approach, well, perfect, not perfect, but more or less what we plan to do in terms of how. But first, totally forgot that we actually wanted to do science around the moon, of course. The materials bay, of course. The science junior, okay, the materials bay. The mystery goo, temperature, pressure, and of course a crew report. There you go. You look down at the cold grey surface. It looks really beaten up with craters. How do you know that it's cold? That's like a good question, isn't it, Val? But anyways, with that, we have actually completed our contract. Gather scientific data from the moon. Note, recover or transmit science. Okay. So with that, we now flew by the moon and we slingshot around the moon. Well, still not quite a good slingshot. It's definitely not a good slingshot. So that's what we're going to check now, whether we have enough. Probably that would be really close actually. 60 meters. No, that should be fine. No, wait, that's not fine. God darn it. Okay, well, in that case, we need to burn less, I presume. We just short a tiny bit. So that's why we actually did a quick save. Okay, so same procedure as earlier. Now we can see the moon. Now you can burn. I'm going to leave up more how's it called, more fuel. That should already be actually enough, I think. Okay, now that's not a lot of more. That's not a lot of fuel more that we keep here. No, that was not enough. No. Okay, well, with that being the case, anyways, let's just do it like this. Stop it. We don't need you. No, wait. Where are we? We can just go up again. And like this, a bit more. There we go. 38. Going to go back since I'm not feeling comfy enough. Don't need this one, thank you. To go down, to spend a lot more fuel, so I'm sure we're not going to have enough to return in that case. Probably it's possible with a, how's it called? No, we already have everything. It's probably, not probably, it's definitely possible, but not without a tracking station where you don't know how much you can do and can't. The mystery goo actually exploded, that's weird. Wait. Why is the heat shield no longer attached to the capsule? Oh yeah, because the Science Bay made boom. Okay, so that was surprising. Re-entry heating, just interested. Is it more than in the sandbox? Nah, I don't care, whatever. I thought that would be still okay. Okay, we did come down from a high orbit, that's on the other hand. So actually this mission is... let's call it not catastrophic, but not really successful. Since we have pretty much only a capsule, everything else is lost. Like the science readings, so we don't get additional science points, we don't get additional funds, and we didn't complete this one. We did maths from previous launch. Just speed records and nothing else, nothing new. That's not good. That's now a waste of time for you guys. Sorry. At least Val is happy, that's the most important thing. By the way, being happy. Okay, splashy down, we can recover. Yay, thank you. We actually recovered one of the boosters. That's great. Let's have like maybe it's something that's not useful. Yeah, why not? Let's go for this one. Oh, there we go. I said we need. Wait, you want to go into orbit? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. There we go. You want to... Like, all of you want to go into orbit. Really? Well, these missions will be very lucrative at least. But... let's have a look. Speaking of things, okay, we don't have a lot of money to upgrade the VAB at least. 300, but I want to have a tracking, so that's 200, and we want to have mission control. That's not a... okay, a three-seater, a three-seater. A three-seater. A three-seater would be like that. Okay. This is not enough. But well, that's a two-seater. Since we need a pilot. And if we take you, god damn it, that thing is huge. Don't forget we need to push it. And chances of this thing staying stable at re-entry? I don't think so. Do we have a heat, like a small heat shield? Yes, we do. That could be it. I mean, like this, and then dropping nose down the other way. And white. That could be it. That seems possible. And then a terrier. Let's have a look. What are you doing? 1,000. Probably over the weight already. You give me 1. And then a swivel. And attaching 2 hammers, because we probably know even 2 hammers is already too heavy. And draining the monopropeller is not going to change a lot. This could maybe work. No. That will never work. No way. So that's not. We're not going to take crew. How's it called? VIP missions for 4 people. A 2-people crew mission, that would make it barely possible. I mean, we can add more fuel like this. I'm like adding some nosy cones. That seems reasonable. Save, continue. That could make it. That should be able to make it. Let's just double check this one, whether this will work out. 1, 2, no, that's 4. 3. We have a 2-seater. There you go, 2 tourists. So you want to go just suborbital and you want to go orbital. So with that, we should be fine. So let's go and do this. And once we did that, we can upgrade and head out. Or maybe next time. So let's look. Tourist. And no, it's not Bill, it's Val's gonna fly. There we go. And anything else we have to keep in mind? I don't think so. So, wait, do you guys actually have enough thrust to... Yes, you have. Well, in that case, you just be like this. And we have nice tourists here. Well, this one will be for next time, probably. And we're going really fast. Boy, I should have reduced the... I should have... Oh, we don't have any fins. I knew we forgot something. Okay, without fins... Do we have a decoupler? Yeah, we have. Without fins, I'm not too confident in rolling already. Or rolling, I mean... gravity turning. Yo, hello, and welcome to the stream, Black-Eyed Phantom. Long time no see, my friend. How have you been and how are you doing? Let's hope that we're not going to flip with too much aerodynamic forces here. That seems reasonable. Okay, go. And by the way, thanks for dropping by. So you two just orbital and suborbital. Okay, suborbital and orbital. Let's actually use some time warp here. Can't be bothered. Age of fuel igniting next. Thanks, I'm fine as well. Thank you very much. Right, that's too much. Just horizontal, let's go. Okay, brilliant. Just about to maybe a bit more directed velocity. Prograde mark here. There you go. And that was too much. Just no coasting, and then we're actually going to get the first batch of money here. Well, 2,000. That's not food. That's not a lot. So, yeah. Just quickly hitting orbit for our second tourist. Come on. And this thing really is only capable to get into low cube normal, and that's pretty much it. And there you go, your orbital trajectory, brilliant. Turning this thing around and be like, there we go. Yes, that's really nice. Being able to stream and have some mods. The only issue that I just see is that we're hitting the dark, and now with all those mods it's really dark. Let's just hope that the thing is not going to burn up. I have no clue whether this will work, this contraption here. With a small heat shield instead of a big heat shield on the opposite side. So my fellow Kerbals, you're just going to be my guinea pigs. Let's enjoy the firework like that. With the day-night Terminator there. And the thunderstorm underneath us. You can see the lightning, that's beautiful. And the sun's setting. And the stars are coming up. I mean Jewel. And the moon. Or is that Mimbus? So let's hope that this will work. Well, it seems to work. Otherwise things would be exploding, I presume. Well, yeah, seems to work. Brilliant. Give me altimeter. Well, things are getting toasty though. And things want to flip over. But the SAS is holding. I think we do have actually lifting body effect. I have no clue what this big black thingy is there, so I'm just pressing the spacebar. There we go. Yeah, spacebar. 1 kilometer quickly. Oh, and you can still see the lightning. Boy, that's so beautiful. I've never landed I'm not sure what I've already landed once in the dark with all those mods. Brilliant. Okay, so what's your question? Have you seen the parallax mod from Linux? I've seen it on Reddit. Actually, by the way, I have written down somewhere. No, give me just a second. No, that's the wrong. Oh yeah, it's in my mods folder. Just a second. We're just gliding down, so there's no reason for me not to. Oh no, that's not parallax. That's a TUFX. TUFX mod. Is something I want to have a look at some point, since that's one of the mods that a lot of people use and do very beautiful screenshots on the Discord official Kerbal Space Program Discord server. Speaking of Discord server, if you haven't joined my Discord server, you should do that. The link's down in the description below. No, actually, not under this description below. On the channel page and under every other video's description. Well, in the description of every single video part from the stream. Or streams in general. I usually don't pack things into those guys. Okay, with that we have completed a nice tourist mission. That means we got 2017, that's 20, 28, 29, and some reputation. And with that we can upgrade the launch pad. More awesome things, however. Wait, we can actually go for map screen. We can get a tracking station upgrade. That's great. That's really great. However, I think I'm going to keep the remaining funds, and we can't do we're just short a tiny bit of science, so that's something we can do next stream. And the most important thing is going to the moons as well. We're just a tiny bit short on fuel, and that means on weight. However, we do have now a launch pad, so we can totally go to the moon without any issues, even without a tracking station. Who needs a tracking station if you have the Mark II launch pad, since that's everything you really need. Okay, so on this note, I hope you guys have really enjoyed today's stream. I'm really sad that kind of black-eyed phantom, you just came to the very end of the stream. Yeah, I still hope that the other guys enjoyed it, and see you guys next time. I'm quickly still going to, I'm going to shut down this one here, but I'm going to leave the wallpaper just on for a second while I'm going to read and answer the questions in the chat. So the Beyond Home mod. Okay, not quite. Wait, isn't that the one where you have an entire galaxy type of thing? I'm not quite sure. because I'm mainly playing stock, at least in terms of really game-changing things. The only mods I use are visual mods and Kerbal Alarm Clock. And MagJab, however, MagJab, haven't used MagJab actually, except once in the previous stream, I think. Yeah, the terrain, exactly, yeah, the terrain thing is a lot of new features like trays and boulders and things like that. Yeah, I've seen it on Reddit. Yeah. So, yeah, I can remember that. This is definitely a good mod. I was really surprised how well the graphics looked, so that's really awesome. Yeah, I know you, well, at least the videos that I've watched from you, I haven't actually paid too much attention in the last couple of days / week, as maybe two. But yeah, from the videos that I can remember that you did, you're really stock. Well, I'm stock too, and I really like stock. I don't want to go too far from the stock game, so that's why I'm not really modding my KSP into oblivion. The other point, because of the computer, I don't really want to have too many mods that clog up and slow it down even further. Well, right now it's running smoothly, but you know, once I get into the big ships, like during colonization, for example, even though I've never finished it. Anyways, like big 300, 200 pod ships, or just space stations, like for example the Mega Space Station. If you've seen my Mega Space Station video, you should really check it out. And I think slows down the computer, well, the PC, quite a lot. So just imagine running a bunch of mods on top of that. I mean, frame rate go down like unplayable. When you start to upload again, okay, I see. You have, wait, really, in a month? Was it that long ago that you uploaded your last video? I thought it would be not that, wait, maybe 2 weeks. Okay, I haven't checked your channel out in, I guess in that case, like in 3 weeks. Like I thought you checked it out not too long ago. Well, not too long ago. I always have the feeling I checked something out or did something not too long ago, and like everybody around me is like, dude, it was like 2 months ago or half a year ago or something. Time just sure flies. That's just a bit. That's a bit of a bummer right now. Let's have a look at Discord. Anything nice happening there? Wait, actually, before Discord, I'm interested in the YouTube thing. Buy your PC. How the sorry, but how can you well, just it just overheated probably, right? Oh yeah, your telescope, that's quite, yeah, really, 2 months. That really is that long ago. I mean, I could in theory show you there we go. It really is 2 months ago here. Yeah. Totally can understand that. Shame. Well, luckily I have a desktop, so that's why things are working a lot more smoothly. Hey, by the way, what do you think about that logo in the top right corner? Like, wait, can I do that? Is that working? Yes. like this one here. I did that actually not too long ago. Well, not too long, like 2 days. No, today's Wednesday, so I did it on Monday, and I'm right now thinking about making this or just some small iteration of this on my new channel logo, since this is a lot cleaner than the one that I'm currently using, which I also did myself. Of course, I mean, most people do their logos themselves. Among Us. I have no clue what Among Us is. Let me check this place. Among Us online game. Oh, it's a Steam game. Let's quickly jump over to Steam in that case. Let's have a look. I don't really think that this is something for me, to be honest. Nah, probably not. This is not really. Nah. Cheese Squad, welcome back. You were earlier around, but you just came to the end. We actually finished. Well, I just finished. Oh, really? It's for free? Okay, well, maybe we'll have a look. But I'm not really using my phone for anything apart from checking out YouTube and messaging people, like literally. I played at some point some easy games, but that's it. And by the way, Cheese Grater, well, you just came out of the hangout time actually, so you if you want to talk a bit with me, feel free. Otherwise, there's well, KSP's over for the time being. You're streaming Friday or Saturday. I see, so Friday I'm probably not able to. I have to do a couple of things, and then the evening I'm busy with sports. And Saturday is like maybe. You know, you can just text me on Saturday via Discord. I can figure out something. And by the way, Cheese Grater, if you're still here, I hope you subscribed. just as a small side note. It's kind of really a shame. The chat started so well in the beginning of the stream. I mean, like even before I started the stream, during the waiting phase, you know, I announced the stream. During the announced phase, the best for now was actually around. Then the stream started. I was just preparing, had the thumbnail up, as right now, and then Pilly Boy was around, Julia was around, Diego said that he had to go, and Sergeant Matrix joined then the line as well. But then chat dead. Nothing happened. That's something I really think is a big shame. I mean, the awesome thing about live streams, in my opinion, is that you can interact as a viewer. You can talk to the one that's streaming. You can make suggestions, ask questions. A lot more interactive than a video. That's something why I really like live streams. But yeah. Anyways, I think that's it for, well, not for now, it for today. On Friday a new video will come out. Be sure to check that one out. And yeah, I know, I think I'm actually in your Discord server, by the way. Oh, I should be at least. And you are, I think, in mine, if I remember. Let me double check. No, you're actually not in my Discord. Well, I should be in yours, well, with my second account. With my phone. Yeah. But frankly speaking, I'm not the biggest multiplayer fan, so that's why I rarely play multiplayer games. Going to be quite honest. But yeah, so that's it. Well, thanks for your talk, Black-Eyed Phantom, and you were AFK. No worry. Okay. It's a shame actually. But yeah, still thanks for dropping by, Cheese Grater, Black-Eyed Phantom, and everybody else who's still listening in. I hope you guys have a really nice day, and see you guys Friday.